Because right before you came in, we were talking about a guy from where was he? Philly, I think, and he was basically saying that this, the new version of Ghostbusters is ruining my childhood. I don't understand to be angry to that point.
I know it's kind of odd. I mean, again, I understand the passion and I understand not wanting to be touched, but at the same time, I can't. I don't think anything can ruin your childhood, can it? It can maybe taint something you. I don't know. I don't. That's the one thing I'm kind of mystified by.
I think it's the only thing that you can't ruin in your life is your childhood. It's your memories.
Yeah, I mean, if your childhood was bad, that was already ruined, and I hope you didn't have that experience.
Yeah, sure, of course. When did you start realizing that you got in a little deep with this movie? You're probably sitting there going, I'm going to make Ghostbusters with a female cast with really funny women, by the way. They're all hilarious.
Yeah.
And then when did it finally start sinking in? Like, oh my God, these people are really obsessed about this.
Yeah, you know what? It happened pretty fast because when I figured out that idea, if I can reboot it with these funny women, I got really excited about that because that's who I work with. And then I called the studio and Amy Pascal's like, let's do it. And so I was excited. And then so I went onto Twitter, which I've always had such a great time on Twitter because I've had just nothing but support and, people like what I do. And wrote this thing, the first tweet I put out was, I'm going to reboot Ghostbusters with all female cast. That's who I'm going to call, and kind of put it out like, yay. And then the first day was like, yay, all these people are writing back, and it was like excitement. And it's just like, yeah, me and the internet, we're still pals. And then the second day, it just goes into the shitter.
Wow.
And it's like, and you're like, oh my God, like just the most vilest.
That was your first internet reaming? Was the?
It really was. I kind of avoided it. I had a few.
Welcome to the club.
I know, man. I'm in deep now. I ain't never getting out of it.
They broke your cherry.
Kumbaya is gone forever. Yeah.
Oh, but you were certainly surprised. Like, oh wow, okay.
It was a bummer. Yeah, but but I don't know. I learned valuable lessons from that because you do have to take it very seriously when you're restarting something that is so classic. It's like literally doing The Godfather, a new version of The Godfather for a lot of people. But, just kind of focuses you and makes you go, okay, well, here's the things we got to do. And I think, because that happened even before we wrote it. So then it was like, okay, well, let's make sure that we don't make mistakes. But, we're all such enormous fans of the original movie that's why we kind of go like, no, guys, we're not against you. It's not like I'm going in like, fuck that movie. I'm going to, make whatever I want.
And most of the original cast does cameos in this.
Yeah.
You would think that would calm some people down. Like, look, the people that were in the original movies, they're fine with this. They're in it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't even matter to some of these people.
Well, among the hardest core of haters, literally you go like, man, we can't do anything right. Because the minute I've watched some of these hardcore haters who claim to be these enormous fans of it turn on every single one of these cast members when they come on board. It's like, well, he's sold out. Fuck you.
He's sold out? What do you mean? Like, he's not the guy who made the first movie about the little monsters in the city? What the fuck is wrong with people?
It's so bananas. And to the point where there's this whole conspiracy thing going on about that Bill Murray, because there was some memo that came out during the hack about how Sony was thinking of possibly trying to get legal action to try to make Bill Murray be in a Ghostbusters remake, not remake, sequel, which if you ever met Bill Murray or know anything about Bill Murray, good luck trying to lawsuit him into doing anything. And it was also came out before our movie was even existed. But now there's the whole thing of like, they feel that somehow he was litigated into having to support our movie, which again, if you meet Bill, good luck doing that.
Right. He's not that kind of convincing.
No. I think Bill would light a cigar with the injunction you give him.